Welcome to the grand opening celebration of Brightline's Orlando expansion. After 4 years of construction, the time has finally come for passengers to be welcomed aboard as Brightline's existing South Florida operations are expanded to Orlando. I was offered the opportunity to be on the first train to Orlando from Miami, so my adventures on opening day began before sunrise as I arrived at Miami Central Station. This first departure to Orlando, which was also the first train to depart from Miami for the day, was reserved for media and VIP guests. The main atrium at the station was fairly quiet since most of the media had already been there for over an hour to do morning broadcasts live from the station. Inside the lounge, the media was set up for an opening press conference featuring Brightline CEO Mike Reininger and the Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levine Cava.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. I know it's early, so we're greatly appreciative of you getting up and out of bed early this morning and being with us for this great celebration day. We have an exciting day ahead for everybody. I'm very grateful to the mayor for being here with us so early this morning as well. And I'm actually grateful for everybody throughout the state who's going to be along with us and part of what is, I hope, to be a very fun day for everybody. Today I'm bursting with pride for this special day, mostly on behalf of all of my team members at Brightline for their tireless dedication and optimism that has come together to make this possible for everybody today. Today is actually the culmination of more than a decade of determination and hard work. We've built something remarkable, and I'm excited that soon millions of people throughout the state will get a chance to experience what you will see for the first time here this morning. Reinvented what it means to travel by train in America. We've tried to build a guest experience through the lens of a modern American traveler, an experience packed with amenities and services. We did this from the ground up, with technology and communications to stations and trains, with a brand of customer service that's been designed to make you enjoy traveling. We hope you'll find Brightline is a smarter way to travel. This is obviously a big day for Brightline, a big day for Florida, and it's a moment that marks the beginning of a new industry and a blueprint for expanding rail in America. Brightline has set a standard, and for the first time in 100 years, people will have a fast and reliable train option somewhere other than the Northeast corridor of the United States. We are proud to have developed this model here in Florida, and we believe this is just the beginning. We look forward to the next of what we see as many city pairs connected in the Brightline way, on the path to a national network of modern passenger rail.
I'm Daniela Levine Cava, County Mayor, Miami-Dade, and this is exactly the day that we've been waiting for, an exciting day for Miami-Dade County and for all of Florida. Traveling by train is faster, this train particularly. It's greener, it's easier, and it will significantly reduce travel time. I know I've heard that many times to earlier, and will reduce city congestion as well. I'm your Miami-Dade County Mayor, Daniela Levine Cava, inviting you all to come all aboard Brightline's first train departing Miami for Orlando. All aboard!
And with that, the process began to board the train.
of Redstone and West Palm Beach.
With everyone on board, here's the inaugural departure from Miami. I'll skip the existing route between Miami and West Palm Beach, and instead jump forward to the first departure north from the West Palm Beach station, the first time passengers have been north of West Palm Beach. Now shifting to the highlights of the sites along the new route, and we'll start with passing by the Port of Palm Beach and Riviera Beach. Now we are passing through Jupiter and over the Loxahatchee River Bridge. And here's rounding a curve next to Sea Branch Preserve State Park near Port Salerno. Next was one of the biggest surprises of the trip as we passed through Stuart. Stuart has historically been one of the most anti-Brightline communities along the route, but ended up greeting the train with the largest group of people of any community. The local fire department even provided a water salute, similar to what you may have seen airplanes pass under at airports for special occasions. And now we are crossing the Stuart Drawbridge over the St. Lucie River. Next up is passing through downtown Fort Pierce. This is the Taylor Creek Bridge. And here's a little bit passing alongside Old Dixie Highway north of Fort Pierce near Andrea. Here's a quick walk through one of the cars at this point in the trip. This train's onboard experience was handled differently from what passengers will typically experience, with the news media constantly doing live shots and interviews, along with the VIPs scattered throughout the train and not just the premium coach. Due to this, I won't be providing any comments on the onboard experience, beyond saying that the customer service was exceptional. And now, here's passing through Vero Beach. We are now crossing the Sebastian River Bridge. And now the Turkey Creek Bridge. Moving into Melbourne, and here we are crossing over NASA Boulevard and CP Melbourne. Behind the trees here is Melbourne Orlando International Airport. The track in the foreground with the flat cars is the Hull Set-Out track. And now we are passing over Century Boulevard at the site of the former Pineda South. Passing through Bonaventure and Vieira. And now in Rockledge. Here we are passing Florida East Coast Railway Local Train 915 as it works Cocoa Yard. This is the Florida East Coast Railway's old Cocoa Station building. And now here's just after we got on the Brightline owned Trackage in Cocoa and begin the Cocoa Curve to head west. I do want to take this moment to clarify that we're in the city of Cocoa here, not Cocoa Beach. Cocoa Beach is an entirely separate city almost 7 miles east of here on the ocean. The track closest to the bottom of the screen is the Cemex City Point plant lead. This is the Cocoa Box Jack Tunnel. The Cemex plant is in the background as we cross Industry Road. Mike Reininger came on the intercom as we passed through the Arch Panel Tunnel and over Interstate 95.
Good morning, everybody. Important Brightline Faith. This is Mike Reininger. We are excited to share that we're now traveling on the border between Vero Beach and Orlando. Very soon, the train will be reaching its top speeds of 125 miles an hour, which will make us the second fastest train in the United States. Part of this historic event. We look forward to seeing you on the platform in Orlando in just a few minutes.
Here we are crossing over the St. Johns River. This is roughly where the Golden Tie clip was installed during track construction, connecting construction coming from Cocoa and Orlando on this new line. Here's what it looks like to be passing traffic at 125 miles per hour as they pass through the Dallas Toll Plaza. This is where the first train ran on this line, when the first rail train for the Orlando line was delivered from a connection with the CSX Stanton rail line. Here we are crossing over the CSX Stanton rail line. And now passing under Innovation Way. And here's crossing over State Road 417. Now we are about to cross over Narcoossee Road, and then heading down the ramp to begin approaching Orlando International Airport. Runway 17 left is right here. Unfortunately, no planes landed as we are passing. This is the Goldenrod box track tunnel. And now passing JetBlue. Now after making the curve into the airport property, and we are crossing a drainage canal, then under Cargo Road. Coming out from under taxiway Juliet, and we pass through the CP Airport crossover with Airside 2 in the distance. We then pass under 2 automated people movers and over 2 baggage cart paths. This is Airside 4. We are also now paralleling the Terminal Connector APM, which connects the train station and the new Terminal C to the main terminal complex. We are now passing under taxiways Echo and Foxtrot, then pass through a tunnel under Jeff Yucca Boulevard. And here's the arrival into the Orlando station. Upon arrival to the station, the train broke through a celebratory banner and confetti. While I didn't see that on the train, here's what it looked like from video provided by Brightline. Once on the platform, the crowd that had been anticipating the arrival in Orlando joined with everyone on the train for some more ceremonies on the platform. Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer spoke and gave Wes Edens, who is a co-founder of Fortress Investment Group, which owns Brightline, and the visionary behind the project, a key to the city.
All right! It is great to welcome Brightline to the city of Orlando International Airport. So that's an always saying on important days, and these are the days that we live for. So you guys are all here to witness one of the days we live for. What a fabulous day to be here to welcome Brightline to Orlando. As there are a lot of elected officials, appointed officials, those from Orlando and Central Florida, but all the way down to West Palm and Fort Lauderdale and Miami. Let's give them a hand. In Orlando and Central Florida, we talk about the power of partnership and collaboration. And that train behind us is a station that we're standing in is a great example of power of partnership and collaboration. So this is a partnership between Brightline, and I want to thank all of the members of the team at Brightline, from the very top to those that are riding the trains, to those that are laying traffic. So this is just the beginning. This one is the second high-speed rail in all of America. It's solid Long Beach and Brightline in Florida. So, Les Edens, the founder of Brightline, has been the leader of this since its inception. We're proud to stand here with you and your Brightline team. And my goal today, and I don't do this very often, but it's to give you the key to the city.
Following that, people proceeded up the escalators and into the station. Since the crowd blocked it during the ceremony, I should also point out that Brightline had rolled out the yellow carpet for the event. Inside, there were more speeches given, including this one by Federal Railroad Administration Deputy Administrator Jennifer Mitchell.
Oh, congratulations! Congratulations to Brightline, congratulations to Orlando and the rest of the communities in Florida. This is such an exciting day and I'm so thrilled that I can be here. So on behalf of Secretary Pete Buttigieg and the Federal Railroad Administration, we're very thrilled to be here today for the extension of Brightline service to Orlando. I am also really excited though about the business model that Brightline has used that has brought us here today. It really demonstrates that one size does not fit all when it comes to passenger rail in the United States. We're used to seeing public sector development of projects, but this really demonstrates that we can use public-private partnerships using some of the models that we've seen in highways and ports and airports, and demonstrate that we can do this in passenger rail too. So very, very excited about what that's going to mean for passenger rail across the country. We know that when passenger rail is fast, when it's convenient and high quality, more people will take it. That means less congestion on our roads, better environment, and cleaner air in our local communities. And I'm happy that these benefits are here now for the citizens and visitors to Florida. So again, congratulations. Thank you very much for having me.
Wes Edens also provided some additional remarks.
Welcome again, and just a couple of remarks that I have. I wanted to give you kind of first-hand exposure to kind of our thoughts, our dreams, aspirations, and a little bit of the history of how we got here. It wouldn't be appropriate to have any conversation about trains in this country, and certainly not trains in Florida, unless we started with a picture of the train guy OG, Henry Flagler himself. About 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I read a book about Henry Flagler, a book called Last Train to Paradise. I think Les Stanton is here, somewhere there's Les over there, who is the author. But it's a remarkable story of a man who had a lot of success in his business life. In his early 50s, he decided to pack up, move to Florida when Florida was one of the poorest and least populated states in the country, started building a train, and we stand here today really on the shoulders of Henry Flagler. And I wanted to acknowledge and celebrate kind of his achievements because they really, in fact, led us to where we are right now.
The event wrapped up with a toast.
And with that, I'd like to raise a toast to Brightline Trains Orlando. Let's go! Cheers!
With the event complete, it was back on the train to Miami. I decided to enjoy the trip back, so that brings me to the end of this video. In the coming weeks, I will have additional coverage from this opening day, including entire rides looking out the side of the train, from Miami to Orlando and back, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like button and subscribe. Also check out my social media pages.